Hello, I'm Jacqui Footman from EFT Devon, and I'm making this tapping video to help you deal with any challenge that you may face over the Christmas break. At EFT Devon, I train EFT practitioners and I teach anyone how EFT can help them to manage the challenges in their life, to feel less stressed about them, and relieved that things can be easier. Apart from watching this video, you can work with me one-to-one or in a tapping group. Well, we all face challenges throughout life, especially at Christmas time when we may be hoping for that perfect family break. But things happen, things go wrong. And once they've gone wrong, we can't change what's happened. And we tend to feel bad about it. There's this automatic emotional response when something happens, or particularly there's something that disappoints us, saddens us, whatever that emotion is. But what we can do is reflect on that feeling and focus on it and tap on it. That enables us to choose what our response is as we move forwards, which in turn changes how we present to others, and in turn how others respond to us. So we have the power to change quite a lot. So get this video on your phone, find yourself a quiet place, even if that is only 5 minutes in the bathroom. And because at this time of year there's so little time, this is going to be a short video. I'm not making pauses for repetition, because you can pause this video whenever you need to. I will model one tapping routine that you can use for any challenge that you may have over Christmas, or for anything that happens to you and bothers you. You just tap along, you fill in the words that describe your personal situation and how you feel about it. So for example, when I'm speaking the words in the tapping routine, when I shut my mouth and leave a silent space, you say what your challenge is, or what happened to you, and how you feel about it. Okay, so before we get started with this tapping routine, let me help you figure out what to say in those blanks in the tapping statement where you've got to put in your own words. And this is the tapping the statement that is repeated at the beginning of the tapping routine 3 times while you tap this part on the side of your hand. So the first part of the statement is you just say it as it is. So just an opportunity to speak out loud your personal truth, how it feels for you about what happened. And the second part of that statement is one where you acknowledge yourself and how you feel, and you accept yourself just as you are, that you're still carrying on, that you're going to be okay, even though this happened and made you feel bad. So typically in this second part of the statement, we would say, I deeply and completely accept myself. But it's great if you can also say, or if you can say instead of that, I love and accept myself and anyone else involved. Now, sometimes that's a bit of a tall order, so don't repeat it if you're not ready to. Just use any acceptance phrase, even if it's as simple as I'm okay. So now we're ready to tap. First of all, though, you tune into the feeling that we're targeting with the tapping. So tune into what happened, and most importantly, how it makes you feel. And you give yourself an intensity score on that from 0 to 10, where 0 is no bad feeling at all, and 10 is about the worst you could possibly feel about it. Most people will be somewhere in between that, so you just put yourself somewhere on that scale approximately. It doesn't matter if you don't know exactly, just guess at a number between 1 and 10. Okay, so now we're ready to start tapping. So you just tap, copy the tapping as you watch me tapping, repeat the words, substituting your own words where appropriate, and filling in the gaps where there are gaps. So by substituting, I mean, I'm going to say this feeling as I tap all these points. So I'll say this feeling, this feeling. If, for example, your feeling is sadness, you could say this sadness, this sadness, this sadness. So it's about you being as specific as you can with the words that you use while you're tapping. So, ready. So tapping this point on the side of the hand. And even though I have this challenge with, and it makes me feel, I love and accept myself and anyone else involved. Even though I have this challenge with, and it makes me feel, I love and accept myself and anyone else involved. Even though I have this challenge with, and it makes me feel, I love and accept myself and anyone else involved. So starting from the top of the head, just on the crown of the head there, this feeling. And the eyebrow points, where these points go both sides, use one or both, and it doesn't matter which one. This feeling, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling, and the chin point, this feeling, and the collarbone point here, just below the collarbone, this feeling, and the underarm point, just on the side of your body there, this feeling, and then finger points, this feeling about this challenge. And these finger points are so useful if you can't find a private space to tap and you just want to tap without anybody noticing. You can just quietly tap or rub these finger points. This feeling about this challenge, this feeling about this challenge, this feeling about this challenge. And of course you can say those words to yourself silently if you're in public. And at the end of the round, I just tap or rub. Sometimes it is quite calming just to rub this point on the back of the hand in that channel leading up to the ring finger and the little finger there. If you're still feeling quite intense, if the score's still high on that feeling, or particularly if that has gone up, don't stop there. Just keep tapping around those points. This feeling, eyebrow, this feeling, side of eye, this feeling, under eye, this feeling, nose, this feeling, chin, this feeling, collarbone, this feeling, underarm, this feeling. And if it's still feeling intense, just keep going. This feeling, this challenge, this feeling, all this feeling, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling, this feeling. And then pause. Sometimes I find it's nice to just continue rubbing the back of the hand during that pause. And you can pause after the underarm point, or you can include the finger points as well. Just do what feels good for you. And just do as many times around the points as feels good for you. If one's enough, that's fine. If you want to go 2 or 3 times more, that's fine too. So, but when you get to that end of the round, we've done one round of EFT by tapping the setup statement here and tapping around all of the points. So when you've done that, pause and just tune in again to the feeling and check on the score. Has it gone? Well, if it's gone up, you would have continued tapping. So hopefully it will have gone down, or it might just be about the same. So in either of those cases, just decide, well, if it's gone down, is that enough? Am I happy with it as it is now? That's fine, you're done, you stop tapping. If you'd like to see if you can get that score down a bit more, then you just repeat that whole process again. And if one thing is, for when you repeat, make sure you reflect in again on, check on exactly how you feel about it now, and change the words in that first statement if that's appropriate. Be as specific as you can in your description of your challenge and your feelings about it. That is when the EFT works best, because we're really zooming in on our tapping targets. So keep practicing, keep experimenting. If at the first round it doesn't work, don't give up, try it again. And if you need to contact me, if you've got any questions about tapping or want further information, there's articles, there's information at eftdevon.co.uk. You can also contact me through that website. If you are interested in a longer workshop, on the 30th December, I have a 2.5-hour introductory workshop where I will be tapping with people like this and teaching all the basics for that whole time. It's live and interactive, it's practical. So if you'd like to join us for that, then it's www.eftdevon.com/courses. My next full EFT level 1 and 2 training course starts on the 13th of January. More information about that at eftdevon.co.uk. And if you'd like to work with me one-to-one or just ask me anything, write to me at eftdevon@gmail.com. So all there is for me to say bye for now, and I wish you a stress-free Christmas and many more stress-free Christmases now that you can tap your way through any challenges that arise. Thanks for listening. Bye.